going on, you guys? Back with another video. First of all, I want to give praises to the Most High for giving me the vision to see straight through the fake. In this video, I want to talk about how the narcissist set you up to look like the crazy one. And a lot of times they do this over the phone, not through text messages. They do it over the phone because they have to set up the real phone call before they call you back with the fake one. So the first time they call you to startle you up, to pick a fight, to get you to respond a certain way. They know how you're going to respond. And then they may end the phone call by hanging up in your face, or force you to hang up first. And then they'll call back. When they call back, that's the setup to make you look crazy. Now, the second phone call is recorded. The narcissist got you recorded so that the conversation can sound like they're trying to reason with you. They're trying to compromise. They're begging and pleading you to understand. But what they're not going to do is sound like they did in the first conversation. That's how they make you look like the crazy one to this audience that they set up. So it's like you never really know how to respond to the narc, whether it's recorded or not, because either way it goes, they know how to get under your skin, and they know how to make you get out of character. And that's what they need the people to see. They need the people to see you out of character so that they can prove that it's not them who's the difficult one, it's you. It's you who makes it hard to co-parent. It's you who's holding up the divorce. It's you who's, having a hard time agreeing with the terms of the divorce or the separation or whatever. So either way it goes, the conversation is going to go left because you don't want to talk to them. You rather have a mediator. You rather have someone refereeing the conversation. It is better to have that when you know you have a narc partner or a narc ex or somebody narcissistic who you have to deal with when it comes to separating. It's good to have somebody in the middle to help settle things down and, make things equal. It's not us that have a hard time agreeing to things. It's how the narcissists, they start up picking with you. And that's the part that they're not going to show to other people. That's the part of them that they hide. That's the side that they're not going to tell. And the way they do that is they call you up, and then they've already had the rules set. So when they call you, they're telling you it's going to be like this and it's going to have to go like that. And then they try to tell you about yourself because you're a messed up person and blah, blah, blah. And you're like, what are you talking about? And sometimes you just don't have the energy because they drain you. Come on, I know somebody know about this already. I know y'all know. I know I could get a witness on this. I know I can. They set it up that way because they know that they've already drained you just to see the number pop up, you drain just by looking down and seeing their number. You are automatically drained. You don't want to be bothered with this. I don't want to deal with this. So you're just contemplating like, all right, what to say. You're trying to find ways to talk so that it won't turn into an argument. But they don't want peace. They don't want closure. They want control. They want control, and they want to get you out of your skin so that you can act a fool. And the moment that you start to come out of character and, give them this argument, is when they'll cut the conversation, and then they'll get back with you, and they'll say things like this: are you ready to talk now? And it's like, I was just talking to you, but see you, and then you go back to what the original conversation was, and that's how they trick people into thinking that you the crazy one. They've set you up to look crazy. And a lot of times people are not thinking this if they've already have an idea of who this person is because of the image they put out there, the false image, and they don't know that, this person got this evil side to them. They don't know. Some people don't want to know. They're in denial because they just don't even want this to be happening. But it's easier for them to say, the narc is innocent because of my history with them. But that doesn't mean that they're not toxic. That doesn't mean just because you have a good history with them, your experience of them is good, was a good judgment. Maybe you were gaslighted. Maybe you were love bombed to the point where it just all went over your head. So you can't just assume because you didn't have certain experiences with a person that someone else didn't either. Like, you can't speak on it. It is good to have a middleman when it comes to settling with a narcissist. It makes it better for the victim of the narcissist, because they're not going to make it an easy separation. They're not going to make it easy. They're going to make it hard. They're stringing you along. They keep moving the goalposts. They keep changing the rules along the way because they don't want it to settle. They want it to keep going. You're not going to see it like that because they're only letting you see what they want you to see so that they can look like the innocent one. I can't say that enough. They make it too easy. You have to question everything. You can't think that a person is just acting out just because. You can't just assume that this person is just like this. Like, well, you should question the narcissist for, dealing with it for so long. Now all of a sudden that the person is getting away from the narc. Now the narcissists have so much bad to say about the victim. Like, y'all gotta kind of see it in a different way sometimes. Can't really put it any simpler than that. The narcissist will set things up to look a certain way to the audience so that the audience could be on their side. And I know a lot of people do that. When a lot of people do that, they're doing it because they're tired of a fight and they're worn out and they're drained. So it's like they have to, record conversations. What I mean by do that, I mean record conversations. Sometimes you record conversations because you need a witness to see that I am trying. I'm not recording no conversation. I've thought about it before, but I'm like, I don't have that to do. I just don't have that to do. I trust in a higher power to have the last say so you can think that you're getting away with something for so long. Feel how you gonna feel. But God got the last say so, and he gonna deal with you. So I'm not recording nothing. I'm just not doing it. But I don't trust every recorded conversation to go in a certain direction just because the person is recording it. Like, that's not fair to the one who's being recorded and they don't know that they're being recorded. Like, if you tell the person they're being recorded and they're still reacting this way, like, and they say things, they throw things out there like, I don't want you. So could you stop telling people that? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Who said that? You losing your mind. Calm down. Something is clearly wow. Something is wrong with you. Like, they setting you up to look crazy because what was mentioned in the last conversation, or even off the record, they want to pretend like it didn't go that way. But you're going to bring it back up because you want them to hear you loud and clear. Look, could you please stop doing this? I've done that before with my ex. Long time ago. He would call me and you would hear people in the background. So I'm like, but when we talked earlier, you weren't acting like this. It took me a long time to pick up on it. So when I did, it's like, when I did, he wasn't expecting me to respond in the second conversation, the second call. He wasn't expecting me to respond that way, in a calm manner and just like pretty much agreeing to what he say. So that made him angry. You got to test every spirit. You got to question everything. You can't just go with one way just because it just seemed like, you really think the world gonna be that simple and easy? You really think it's gonna be that easy? You have to question everything, because if not, you're gonna be fooled by so much in the world. You're gonna be fooled by plenty because people, they have to look innocent so that they be accepted. And a person who's real, you don't have to work that hard to prove it. It's either you with me or you not. And I'm the type of person, I don't got nothing to prove. I don't care what you think about me. I don't have to be around nobody. I don't like to be bothered. Don't like to be around nobody. I don't want to talk too much about unnecessary conversations. Like, I'm not the sit with the crowd and gossip type. I'm the one that sits far away from the group. I'm just so different with that because it's draining. I gotta tolerate myself by myself. I don't have to worry about nothing else, And my mind is clear, knowing that I don't have to try to prove nothing to nobody or impress anyone. So, and a person who works overtime to prove, see, I'm right. Like, why do you have to do that? You shouldn't even have to do that. It just goes to show that you're stringing this along. You're holding on to the drama. You're enjoying it because it's going in your favor now. People got to start to look at it like that and stop thinking just because a person is responding a certain way that they're guilty of being difficult, hard to get along with, toxic, abusive. You can't be that simple-minded. Like, you got to question things and be more open-minded about, okay, so what if this, and so what if this happened before the conversation? Without really just taking sides. At the end of the day, it's about making peace of a situation. And if neither side is coming to a peaceful resolution, then, like, what's the point of it all? And it becomes draining when you entertain it. You're entertaining something. Like, you should want peace for both sides. But if you're entertaining just one side, then you don't want peace for the other side. So it's like, what are you doing? Like, what's your point of being involved in something? Why do you want to be a part of this audience Is it because you love drama? Like, what's the point of it all? Like, that's why I can't get myself involved with too much of something I can't get myself involved with something for too long, because it takes away from me. Like, it's other things to be out here, teaching about, or sharing a message about something that's long lasting, and then you move on to something else. But to just stay on something just because this person wants you to just look at somebody being a certain way. Like, okay, what do you want me to do? You want me to set them on fire or something? Like, what you want me to do? If you were really about peace, you wouldn't even be trying to, have people just stone this person. Like, if you were really about peace, you can point out people, and then you've done your part. If you feel like that's your purpose, point it out. You've done your part and move on. But to just stay on it, like, what are you getting out of it? To just stay on that one thing. That's what narcissists do. They don't let it go until they get you, until they completely destroy you. They're not going to let it go until you are completely destroyed, until they have proven that they have gotten you to the point to where you just don't have no more fight in you. And it's not even worth entertaining them. Once you realize what the narcissist is up to and the little tricks they play, especially over the phone, it's a way to beat them at their own game. And that's the way you respond. The response to the narcissist is everything. You just have to know how to respond to certain narcs, because all of them are not alike, but they're the same. So anyway, that's all I want to talk about in this video. How the narcissist set you up to look like the crazy one. And I hope everything else I mentioned in this video, y'all could take something from that. If you know, I'm not getting into specifics, but if you know, thank y'all for watching. Talk to you soon.